pt.2. So I remember I used to say something about consciousness and what it means to be conscious, and I used to talk about being true to self. I know that. The exploration of one's inner self as opposed to being in the world that we see. And then what actually defines the world is the distraction that was created in order to take us away from our spiritual relevance. So everything that you see is a distraction to take you away from the one part of you that you're supposed to focus more on, and that's the internal, not necessarily the external. So, that used to be the mantra back in the day, focus on the internal. That's so bloody hard to do when you consider everything that goes on, everything that is designed to actually keep you distracted. And the level of innovation that is put into these distractions. I mean, look at the phone I'm holding in my hand. When I bought my first mobile telephone, 1991, back in London, it was a Mercury 121, it was a Panasonic. The battery is bigger than my head, and it only lasted like a couple of hours. I used to walk on the trains then. It was a Panasonic transportable, a briefcase. And I carried that thing and walk, and people used to think I was a drug dealer, because as a train guard, why are you using a mobile phone? Now, that was in 1991. We had cameras, microphones, blah, 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 blah. Now, consider today. This is 2019. It's like 28 years. And literally everything that I need to perform a task, my work even, I can do from just this handset here. So, imagine that. So that would give you an idea of how fast its distractions are actually moving, in order to make sure that we don't concentrate on what is relevant. Today there's iPhone 2, iPhone 3, iPhone 4, iPhone X, then X1, then X2, and just before you can actually get a handle on one, a new one is out, and you're always feeling somewhat inferior because of the lack or because of what is out new, and you want to be caught up with the Joneses. So the psychological effect, the attack on our minds is in so many ways you can't even begin to imagine. I mean, everything from fashion to economics, education, politics, religion, sex, you name it. They're coming after us in ways that we can't comprehend. And we just assume that these are the norms of society. But society is actually formed through ideas of those who pioneer it. So, are they norms? Are they natural? You look at our women don't use their hair anymore. They have to wear wigs in order to feel sexy. You can't actually have anything natural about you, to feel beautiful. And beauty is supposed to be a feeling. It's not supposed to be an appearance. The attractiveness is based on the appearance, but that is plastic. That washes away. True beauty is internal. It's how you feel about yourself. But they've now transpose the word to something external, and people just can't come out of that illusion. So, hence my I don't give a fuck, notice so many things, observe so many things. I never wanted to do a video like this anyway. I always thought nobody listens to anything, so there's no real point in talking to anybody. People have an opinion of what they want to, or who they want to be and what they want to do, and that opinion is usually forged around their insecurities and their desires, and regardless of whatever sense you assume you're making, you rarely get through to people. That's why if I have any kind of a counseling session, or I have to talk to somebody or advise anybody, I tell them to put some money on the wood so you don't waste my time, because if I say something and you don't use it, you've just wasted my time. So better you pay me for that time, because I can buy that time back. Can't recycle my time, say in a movie. So yeah, there's no coherent conversation here. I'm not coming here with any kind of structure. I'm just passing time, sitting outside, smoking a cigar, and looking at the world and wondering why I don't give a fuck. And it's because I kind of have an idea how the shit goes. I know what's happening. This morning I saw people protesting on the streets and I'm laughing and I'm like, okay, go ahead, knock yourself out. Why are you protesting? Most of them don't even know why they're protesting. Money in the pocket, some ideology spawned by some twat who is actually going according to a program. Even the government is the one funding the disruption now to justify some kind of aggressive action they want to take against you. You don't know. You come out and you think you know what's really going on and you want to shout about the environment, about this, about that, and we have, man, change yourself first. Look at your own flaws, look at your own faults, and ask yourself, are you worthy of the kind of world that you're searching for? Are you really worthy of it? Do you deserve it? Do you really? You have to really ask yourself that question. Do you deserve the world you want? This sweet world, this nirvana, this utopia that we keep on preaching about, corruption, this, and do you really deserve to have a world without corruption? Are you incorruptible? It's a good question, isn't it? Holier than thou people. Are you holy? Those who adhere to the tenets of religion, do you really? Can you stone your sister because she has sex with another guy? You really have to sit down and think. If you want to hold the world to a higher standard, hold your fucking self to a higher standard first. No way I would actually listen to any person come and tell me about natural beauty and they're wearing a wig. I mean, fuck that. I don't want to see that. You tell me about natural beauty and you can't even use your own goddamn hair, and you're there putting white powder all over your face because you want to look like some magazine, and you forget the richness and the beauty of your own dark skin. Joneser, you don't even know what you're talking about. So most of the people, they're just confused. They just take an ideology and they take some kind of soundbite and they run with it simply because it pays, and that's the game. It pays, nothing else. It's all about, that's the bottom line. Don't care what anybody says. That is the bottom line. The world we exist in is CAP, cap. Cash rules everything around me. As my guys, what's their name again? The 36 Chamber, Wu-Tang Clan, they did, yeah? Cream, cash rules everything around me. That's true. Sit down and convince yourself about anything and anything. This is the world you live in, and that is just the way it is. You can go to Mars, but I guarantee you need fuel to get there. It's like people talking about, oh, I'd only ride a bicycle because I want to save the environment. How do you think they make the bicycle? How do you think they get the parts? What machines do you think they use to make those parts? And what do those machines run on? They run on what? Solar? Okay, how do you make the solar panels? Please, rewind. Get with the real program. Fix yourself. This world would fix itself. Believe me, if this world wants to wipe us out, it would. If this planet wants to get rid of us, it would. You're not harming nothing. You came here, you met it, and you will go and leave it, and it would sort itself out. Everything you hear, fear, control. That's all. What is most important is fix yourself. Sort yourself out. Fall in love with who you are. Get to know who you are again and why you are. And, just maybe if all of us actually have come to a point of some level of altruistic morality, let's use that kind of phrase, although I don't like using stupid words. Altruistic morality, where we know, basically what is right and what is wrong, and I don't like using that too because that denotes some kind of mental superiority. So what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, what is constructive and what is not constructive. We know we can't kill our parents, we value life, and we want to actually share wealth, and we want to live in a world where everybody is given the opportunity to make the best out of their creativity, yeah, then we begin to look towards realizing the kind of world we should live in. But each one must do that work themselves. Don't look for no Jesus, don't look for no Muhammad, don't look for nobody to come and lead you to nowhere. Do it yourself. Find that peace in you, find that beauty, find that love in yourself, and then maybe the world can change. Until then, I don't give a fuck.